Hello, guys. Last video of the day, and we're gonna be doing what I like to do, some of the manosphere stuff, or rather, just what men are dealing in general in today's society, and what we've been saying, and how what's not being said, or we're ridiculed as men for doing so. Like I said, I always wanted to do these things. Differentiate between, of course, a lot of other channels that do this stuff. I want to do, of course, the news, but I also want to help guys that are also feeling that feel like they need a voice or be recognized that they also have problems too. So this is one way where I think I can help anybody that's involved and try to get the voice out there. It's hard to get some of these stories out because they're kind of just hard to find specifically. I'll have to see what I can do. You guys can also give me videos or whatever. You can email me, and you got or contact me on Twitter or whatever, on any of the social media outlets. And if you have any stories or whatever, I'll gladly go over them with you, and see and try to do like a thing where where I talk about it. So until further ado, let's get this over with. This is the Mythbuster results with Mythbusters episode 2020 Laws of Attraction. This was a premiere date of August 7th, 2014. Alright, so it goes over here. A person's intelligence deteriorates in the presence of members of the opposite gender. Adam designed a test in which the subject would have to identify the colors of words on a screen as quickly as possible, while Jamie built a testing room on a commercial film stage. 5 men and 5 women took the test twice. First, with a member of the same gender sitting nearby in the room as a control run. Then with a member of the opposite gender. On their first run, the men achieved an average 56.8 seconds, while the women an average of 50.2. However, the second run gave an average of 46.8 seconds for both groups, indicating an overall improvement in performance and leading Adam and Jamie to call the myth busted. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why that would be. I don't know why that would be a thing. Most men and women are specifically equal in terms of intelligence. Not physically, no, we are not equal, but intelligence, there's not really much of a difference, especially in the presence of other members of the opposite gender. And I don't. Where was that? Why was that even a thing? But yeah, that's not really a thing. The next one goes to men are more strongly attracted to blonde women than those of other hair colors. Adam and Janie set up a speed dating scenario in which 9 men spoke to each of 9 women for 3 minutes, then rated them on a numerical scale. The test was repeated 3 times, with a different group of men each time. The women used wigs to pass themselves off as blondes, brunettes, or redheads, changed them after each test so that every woman had all 3 hair colors. Adam and Jamie found no significant differences among the groups in any test, so they called the myth busted. Yeah, men are pretty simple when it comes to attractiveness. Normally, it means to don't be a whale or a hippopotamus, or rather a German Shepherd, and don't be a person that looks overweight or unhealthy or doesn't look like you take care of yourselves. If you don't really have that, then you don't have a much problem of attracting a man in general. If you're slightly a little overweight, like most men can deal with that for the most part. But yeah, just don't be a whale. What else can I say? I mean, a lot of women today, especially in the States, are way overweight and they don't take care of themselves, and that's not attractive to most men. And honestly, it's not really attractive to women either. Women don't really want fat men, although they will settle for maybe men that are a little bit more overweight or whatever if they have money. So that's kind of a standard there that would be normally a thing. Pheromone sprays can increase a person's attractiveness to the opposite gender. Adam built a turntable with 10 airtight chambers, each holding a t-shirt treated with some combination of pheromone and or sweat from either Adam or Jamie. A clean, unused shirt was also included as a control. 1 at a time, 50 women smelled every shirt and then voted for their favorite scent of the group. The shirt bearing both the pheromones of Adam's sweat and proved the most popular, with 38% of the votes, but others either expressed a strong dislike of that smell or chose the control shirt. As a result, Adam and Jimmy declared the myth busted. Uh, I mean, sure. It's just um I don't really see that. It's I would more likely say that that the way you look specifically and would normally affect it. And besides, I don't see where a sweat is normally not really a good smell, and most people don't really like the smell of sweat. So I don't see where he would be going with that specifically. Um, there's just like it differentiates between people really. What smell is the best for people, honestly. That's just kind of like whatever. Most men don't really care about the smell either. If the woman's attractive, he's attractive, he's gonna go up to her if he's interested. In the service industry, women with larger breasts tend to receive higher tips. Carrie volunteered to work in a coffee shop, disguising her appearance with a wig and a makeup and using three different bust sizes: small, taped down to achieve a reduction of two cup sizes; medium, no alteration; and large, DDD size. Grant and Tori watched her through hidden cameras and gave her a tip jar rigged to separate tips given by men from those given by women. They focused on the tips. Carrie collected from the first 80 male customers in each shift. During the small and medium shifts, she collected $72 in tips, while the large shift yielded 98, with both women and tipping almost 40% more. The team classified the myth as confirmed. Yeah, because, well, the thing is, women are usually more attracted to women in general than men are attracted to men. In most cases, is that men are going to be more repugnant or way less attractive to other men if they're straight, rather than women are going to be attracted to other women whether they're straight. That's just a normal thing. Multiple times you can see women being a lot more playful or a lot more attractive to each other than you would see men being attracted to each other. Yeah, I can kind of see how that's a thing, and yeah, I mean, bigger size. I mean, everybody likes them. Everybody likes tits, so I don't see where that's going to be really much of a problem. I'm kind of more of a medium-sized guy myself, though. I think there's for me. I think there's definitely a size limit. At least for me, there is. Too big is it just looks disproportionate or ugly on the body, in my personal opinion. But that's just me. Now we finally have the great all women are attracted to financially more successful men, which we'll go with this here. The Bill team invited a group of 250 women to the theater in San Francisco and showed them pictures of 12 men with names, locations, and actual occupations. The women rated each man on a scale of 1 to 10. After which the team presented the same pictures again, but with more lucrative occupations shown for half of the men. In the first test, the men earned an average rating of 56 out of 120, while the men with changed occupation earned 68 out of 120 in the second. Yeah, and there's a reason for that. Biologically, pretty much. It is true that the financially, men, put it this way, men don't start off at the gate right away as they're young. Women do. Women will be usually more attractive or usually have a higher upbringing, a better chance of getting men at their younger ages than they would in their older ages. It's usually like the saying goes: women age like sour milk, and men age like wine, and that's usually the truth. Because women usually they're on a time limit for the most part, in terms of like being dateable. This statistic shows that most women that are usually are attractive are like 21 through 25, where men find them most attractive, and then you have where most women, as of today, they will go after. They mostly want men that either that earns more than them, because it makes them feel secure and makes them look that the men can take care of them easier with more money. Hence why most men as of today, most of men are virgins between 29, mostly through their 20 to 29, pretty much. That's where they get it. And when men start getting more actions, when they get into their 30s, where they're building some type of income, building themselves up, gaining financial gain, and all this other stuff that that it's important to men. Like men start rising into the marketplace at a higher age, whereas women, they enter the marketplace pretty much at the age of like 18. So it's easier to pretty much see kind of where that lines. So yeah, women do find men more financially stable. In fact, there's also a study that goes to say that if women earn more money than men, or their significant other, they have a higher chance of leaving that said man because they don't find them like as attractive, or they're not getting their action awards. They have a higher chance of leaving. So this is kind of like where we go with this. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense to where it is. And men have been saying this for a while, and whenever men mention this type of thing, we're called misogynists, we're sexist, they don't like us, stuff like this, to where it's just not true. It's just actual fact. We know this to be true, and the reason why women get the name for gold diggers is because women end up going after men just for their money. And the Me Too movement doesn't actually have a great help in this either. So this is so I'm not really too surprised about the whole being more attracted to financial. It's more of an biological thing, a nature thing, to where it just means more security for them, that's what they will go for. So I mean, I'm not really too terribly surprised by this. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, subscribe, and as always, take care. Thanks for watching this clip from my podcast that I make every day, Monday through Friday. 3 o'clock p.m. PST to all the way to 5 o'clock p.m. PST. If you like what you see, please subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.